face off against the Ganondorf.
Yes, it looks like Jackal still, like Dr. Watts.
In my opinion, I think Lucina honestly does have this matchup a little more in her bag than, say, any of the other, or Yoshi or, yeah, the Ganon Ditto, definitely. Because as long as you have any form of range, whether that's a projectile or a sword, Ganondorf will hate you. Because Ganondorf has no range. I mean, he has range, but he just doesn't have the range of a disjoint. He can't trade. That's something that that's definitely something that Ganondorf likes to capitalize upon. He likes to trade because he does so much damage. But if you're any faster than him, or if you got any disjoint, you're dead. You're just dead. But if there's something that Supa wants to do a little less, is maybe going for less shield breakers. Because if anything, if you go for a shield breaker, Ganondorf can down B you, or he can side B you. And if you know Dr. Watts, you don't want to get side B. Or maybe you can just kill Ganondorf off the side, because even though he's heavy, you think that means survivability, but that doesn't mean anything when you got the base damage of Lucina. Lucina with the amazing damage just doesn't need any tippers whatsoever, instead it can just hit you, and you die in an instant.
Supa doing a really good job. Has the lead set at 90%, which is pretty dangerous, but Watts sufficient for this kill. Not going to be able to grab it.
Instead, going for the dash attack. In my opinion, one of Ganondorf's better moves is his dash attack, because sure, it's punishable if you shield it, but it sends you at such a weird angle if you get a weak hit, or if you get the strong hit, it can kill, or it just sends you far enough away where you're just, where Ganondorf has stage control, and you don't want Ganondorf with stage control.
Yeah, right now the Supa kind of went a little too low there. Because of that, Watts able to get the back hit of up air, sending him away.
That's something you always want to watch out for against Dr. Watts. The more you're off stage, the more he's going to try to look for the opportunity to say, okay, I want to get the back hit of up air because that's one of Ganondorf's best tools in the entire, in the air. And he doesn't have much in the air, so he needs something. Excuse me. If you get the back hit of up air, it's such a weird angle. And not only that, it's probably going to edge guard you, honestly, because of the amount of knockback that Ganondorf has on most, if not all of his moves.
Air dodge going there. He knew that Dr. Watts was going to go for an aggressive aerial approach, so air dodging through, playing smart. I know Supa kind of in a really scary spot. Even though he has the percent lead, he's having a hard time getting into neutral and resetting it without immediately getting knocked back from one side of the stage to the other. Finally gets grabbed, gets a down throw, throws him off stage, and goes low for him.
I don't know.
Back there, but it didn't work out. Check it out.
He's really trying to edge guard him, but he's not doing such a good job because sometimes you're getting a little too pressured, and that happens. But thankfully, the techs are on deck right now. He's just able to take it out, and just take it back to the stage at least. Something that you're definitely going to want to do a little more as Supa, and he's been doing it a little more, is just being able to get the back airs. Back air is amazing as Lucina, specifically. I think it's one of her best moves.
That's really good on March, too, but it's only the space. Right there, the Japanese up there are going to be able to take it. Good job on Supa. That's your me. Winner is me. And the winner is me. It's why for some reason. I mean, it's a lot. Yeah, I'm in Grant.
Man, you must find that funny if you just laughed at it.
Hey, man, it is. The winner is me. That's so cheesy.
What's wrong with you? You really found that funny?
Yes, I am very easily amused. Okay. All right, game 2 here. Super game up.
I didn't know I had such an incompetent commentator.
Man, I didn't know I had such a terrible opinionated commentator. Oh wait, it's Opti. All right, we're going into this next game. Looks like Supa kind of getting, getting his hits.
Okay, now this is a lot more close.
Yes.
Because instead of
game 2 is definitely a lot better than game 1.
Instead of two just absolute, as the Michigan, someone in Michigan would say, I think Ori would say, a slobber knocker. Instead, we're getting something a little more even. And that's definitely good because if you were ever at a disadvantage against Lucina or Ganondorf, you might not get it back. I mean, Ganondorf, maybe, considering that he's one of the worst characters in the game, but that can happen as well. And then you're going to want to just wonder what are you doing wrong, and you have no idea what you're doing wrong. And then you realize you're getting read like a book. But still.
Trying to Thundercats that landing, but Watts a little too high up, so able to actually act out of the down B wasn't a hard commit.
It seems like this is what Supa's been doing the entire game, and that's honestly one of the best. It is the best thing you can do against Ganondorf. Keep him in the air. Don't go off stage, but if you can keep him in the air, there's no way he's going to land. Down B is the best he's got, but that's so predictable and so punishable, as well as just not having the best startup in the entire game. So if you just keep punishing it, you're still going to be able to get a stock off him, or at least do a ton of damage. At least, if you ever get Ganon in the air, it's 30 damage instead getting the Nair into up smash. Just landing with a Nair. That's really nice. Nair has a lot of potential when it comes to just 2-hit combos, because you can get the... If you can fast fall it, get the first hit of Nair, you can get to forward smash, or what he did right there, he just got the Nair, landed immediately, and then went for the up smash.
Yeah, right now, Supa definitely a really hard time. Watts kind of has him at such a high percent, which is not good. And just like that, it looks like this might be a really unfortunate spot here where the Nair is going to be able to close it out, and yep, that's it. Got reverse hit by the being kind of thrown away, which is very, very on point, we'll say.
I think that no matter what happens here, Grand Finals might just be random.
That's all. Grand probably will win. Check on fighter. No, I was wondering if it was check. It's not check. That's fair. You should play something else. You go play Smash at least, man. Body him real quick. Steal his viewers.
All I need to do is watch some Street Fighter.
All he plays is Street Fighter, and then Deceit. Which is fine, man. Do your grind. Get your grow off of that.
I wish I could play Street Fighter, but my sister just goes on and plays Overwatch on the PS4 every day. So I'm stuck.
That's funny.
Man, Overwatch is a fun game, though.
It was, in my opinion. Either way, though, Yoshi coming out.
Here's my opinion on Overwatch. It was a fun game, but then you realize you spent a lot of money on something that would be better off at $15 or $20.
Yeah.
It's not what
Especially now with its age.
What is it now? 30, 40? It's... What the...
That's disgusting.
There's no reason it should cost that much. I mean, I understand Blizzard wants the money, and people are going to throw money at Blizzard, but you shouldn't spend that much money.
Yep, it looks like right now, Lilac coming out.
Instead, you shouldn't take that much percent as Ganondorf, but you know what? You're Ganondorf. You suck. I'm sorry, Ganondorf, but you just suck. You can take it so many hits. Whether you like it or not, you're just gonna die, or at least take a ton of damage to the point where it's kind of like the Luigi tax, except now it's the Ganondorf tax. Whenever you play Ganondorf, you're guaranteed to get 100% and guaranteed to get red into the up smash on top of that ledge. This is sad. This is just sad.
This is also it's kind of big, which Dr. Watts actually likes this stage, if I remember correctly, so very interesting.
He likes this in Tri-Flats, but Supa probably knows that he likes Tri-Flats, because Ganondorf actually has some nice stuff. He's able to just run off back air, and nobody wants to get run off back air. Especially by Ganondorf, which is just as strong, if not stronger, than Captain Falcon's back air. If you know anything about runes, or at least Michigan Captain Falcon, you don't want that. And instead, you don't even want to get 2-0'd, but too bad. That's just how it happens. Not even able to get 2-stock. Not even able to get
very unfortunate.
60%. That's just how it goes. So maybe Ganondorf can bring it back, because Ganondorf is also a comeback king in his own right, being able to do a ton of damage, and then you just suddenly die at 40 to a forward smash. That is if you get the reads, and that's something that I think Dr. Watts is definitely encapsulates. He's a reads-based guy.
That he is.
Did I really just say encapsulate?
That's fine.
Jeez. What's going on with my dialect?
Sometimes you have words where you slur.
What does encapsulates even mean? This is a good stage, I think, for both of them, because there's nowhere for Ganondorf to run away to, but this also means there's everywhere for Ganondorf to just combo you, and that's something you never want.
To be fair, I mean, yes, but Ganon has really hard time combo. If anything, I would say more straight hits than combos. It's hard to land if Ganon has a good read or good guess on where you like to go. But the same thing goes for Ganon. If Ganon is up in the air like he is right now, it's kind of hard for him to get down. Forward tilt sending Supa off stage. Dr. Watts sitting here with a ledge guard game, but tried that Nair and Supa able to get out and body him for it, unfortunately.
Supa doing what he does, it's the same thing with Greninja, except even worse, because, I mean, Ganondorf does have the range to contest the forward air, but Ganondorf also doesn't have the speed to contest the forward air, so it's just painful all around. He can just, Supa can just kind of spam forward air as long as he's, far away enough, and Ganondorf can't do a single thing other than maybe back air to try and stop it. But instead, getting the stage spike with the forward air, and he's dead. But he went for the down air instead, just trying to make sure to absolutely be positive that he's dead. He doesn't want him to come back. Instead, he just wants this lead so he can just constantly get these hits, like this grab right now. Instead, for some reason, Dr. Watts tries to recover with a down air. I understand because he hasn't pulled that out of these entire sets, so maybe a mix-up, like how the forward air landing is a mix-up, and he was just able to get the stock and even it up immediately. And that's why Ganondorf can be good in some instances. He can just get the one strong hit he needs, and suddenly it's back to even, if not in Ganondorf's favor.
I would say Ganondorf is a little bit more percent if that was the case, but right, I mean, at the same time, Supa would have to be. Right now, it's definitely in Supa's favor. He's got the pressure. Watch is kind of like on his last leg here, trying to go for those cheeky side B options. Not getting hit by him though.
To be fair, he hadn't pulled it out all set, so it's probably something unexpected. But now that you see it once, you basically understand
You're prepared for it now.
You basically understand that you're never going to go by the ledges again.
Because like, okay, he's fishing for it.
Instead, Yoshi's just didn't do it, and he's still going to be able to survive. I feel like Supa probably expected him to come back and just didn't want to get close at all because he was going to get side beat, and that's just how it is.
Right there, Supa almost taking out. They're surprised he didn't, but at the same time, the man didn't really have much rage, so it happens. I do say this pressure is amazing, but
Dr. Watts' perfect shields are on point right now, just being able to constantly block everything.
I will say, though, good idea on Supa there, throwing out those eggs, because it kind of forced Watts to power shield, which let him land perfectly. Just like that, that meteor into, not even meteor, that downer kind of sent him into stage. I don't think anyone expected that. I'm pretty sure Watts was expecting that to get popped up away from stage,